My name is Erika Blackburn, and this is my story. I was about 12 years old when I convinced myself that I was unlovable, and that my worst fear had actually come true, and that everybody I cared about hated me. We can cough that up to some middle school experiences, but the truth is that I didn't grow up in a house that went to church, that attended church, but I did go to Catholic school. So I did know God, but I didn't have a relationship with him. So for the majority of my life, I believed that I was unlovable. And that affected my life in so many ways, including eating disorder as a teenager and becoming codependent on people because I wanted to feel like I was loved by somebody, and even to the point of being mistreated by people just because you wanted to be a part of the group. You see, I was always the tallest girl in my class and the chubbiest girl in my class. And I also come from an immigrant family, so my life at home was very different than those of my peers. So it was really easy to feel like I stood out and I was different than everybody else. When I was about 16, my family decided to move back to Venezuela, and then I really felt out of place. I was this American girl in a country full of Spanish-speaking people, and I didn't speak Spanish at the time. So I just continued to beat myself up and allow myself to believe that I was never going to be loved by anyone, and Jesus and God didn't love me because they had forgotten about me and allowed me to feel the way that I was feeling. When I was in my mid-20s, late 20s, and going through had just gotten divorced, a single mom of 2 children, I decided that everybody would be better if I didn't exist anymore. So I got in my car, packed a bag, I got in my car, and I drove to another state with the intentions of asking God to just take my life. So I sat by myself in a hotel room, and I was really, really angry with God for a really long time. And I yelled at him, and I said, God, if you are who you really say you are, you'll meet me right here in this moment, and you'll prove to me that you love me and that my life is worth something. I was bawling, crying on the floor of the hotel room by myself. And when I heard a faint voice in my head say, you're not unlovable, it's quite the opposite. You are so loved that I died on a cross for you and was tortured for you, and I am right here. From that moment on, my life changed. I decided to put my nose in that Bible and learn everything that I could possibly learn about what God says about me and what Jesus did for me. You see, Jesus didn't just save me, he made me whole. He didn't just love me, he helped me know and understand that I am so loved. And it changed my life forever. He met me exactly where I was in that moment and just offered me love in his arms. And from that day forward, I decided that I was going to live my life with the love that Jesus has for me. And I remind myself each and every day of that love and what he did for me. And my life now has purpose. Without him, I would be nothing. But I have so much self-esteem and self-worth now. I know that it doesn't matter what the scale says or what society says about me, because I know what Jesus says about me. And that changed everything for me.